usually here really early, which I was today. But I usually spend my time getting my mic on and testing it and doing all of that. And I've got the clothing sale going on in the back today, so I didn't do any of that. And I sat down and all of a sudden I went, oh, right, I didn't get my mic. So those of you in the back missed the show because I put this on my pants and fed it up through my blouse while I was sitting here while Rick was doing music. And the front row got to watch that. So, I think it's okay. That's why when he blew that flute the first time, it kind of, whoa, what's she doing? How many were here 2 weeks ago for Bob's talk? A few of you, okay. In short, at least what I got out of Bob's talk was, Bob talked about science of mind and our leaning towards looking for financial success and using this for physical means rather than spiritual means, and that of course all the physical things in our life, you know, the money, the house, the car, whatever it is, really don't bring us happiness. They don't bring us peace. And it's the spiritual side that we need to be looking towards. Does that sum it up for those of you who were here? Couple of, okay, good. Okay. So I wanted to backtrack a little bit and explain to you why the science of mind talks about the things it does and how it all is one. First of all, the Science of Mind, the original text, was written by Ernest Holmes in 1926. Now let's begin with 1926 was definitely a different time and a different world. So the original text is written in 1926. Well, my dad was born in 1926. I think that's kind of fun. But 3 years later, my mother was born, and there was a huge stock market crash, which caused the Great Depression. And the Great Depression lasted about 10 years. It's kind of interesting if you watch financial cycles, they go 10 years almost consistently, no matter what. They might vary by a year or so, but pretty much every 10 years we have an up and every 10 years we have a down. And it's kind of odd that that's happened, but 10 years was the Great Depression. The second draft of the Science of Mind text, which is what most of us read and most of us have studied, was written in it was published in 1936, which means Ernest Holmes started revising this book in the middle of the Depression. People had no hope. People were lost. They needed this belief system to boost them up, to bring this country back. And I think that was a part of it. It was written at a different time for a different thing. Now, how many of you have had Great Depressions in your life, be it physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial? Everybody, good. I thought so. When we're in those places, we still need that lift. We still need someone to stand next to us and support us. We still need that help. We still need to be reminded of these things. Because the truth is that if you don't have money to pay the rent or the mortgage, you're focusing on that, and you're not able to focus on spiritual things. It's primary. It's that root chakra security stuff. If you don't have security, you're lost. You got to feel like you've got security. Without it, you're frantic. Is that anybody else's experience or just mine? Most people, yeah, I'm nodding hands. Good. Okay. I'm calling this Today is a New Day. It should have been, crazy little sayings that I've picked up along the line. The trick is the now. And thank you, Jenny, for talking about that, because I'm going to talk about the past, now, and maybe the future. I don't know if we get to that. My teacher, my primary teacher, was Tom Costa out of Palm Springs when I started. And Tom used to have this favorite thing. You would hear it every other week. You hear a lot of different talks there. We only had 3. They just had different things plugged in, but we only had 3. But every other week you'd hear, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death." in the Bible, right? Does it say, what does it say? You walk through. You don't build a condo there. How many of us have had times in our lives where we've sat in the valley of the shadow and built a condo? Building the condo is being in the past. It's not being in the present.